Good afternoon, folks. This is Star007 coming to you today with another excellent Wave 3 release of the Voyagers. We have none other than Predacon Inferno on the turntable. There's the back side right there, plus a look at that bio if you want to pause and scan here. And let's not forget the all-important, if you're looking in the stores, pause and scan here. As of this taping, that has not been spotted in the stores just yet, but that could change literally any day because everybody's getting it in at one point or another. So we're gonna get this guy out of his cardboard prison. Just want to do a little bit of housekeeping. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and continue to help the channel to grow. Thanks again to all those who have. Let's see what's in the box with this awesome release that completes Season 1 Predacons. We have a set of instructions for Predacon Inferno, and we get him there here. Reviewing these instructions here, and he gets there in roughly 26 steps to that fire ant mode. And while he might be a little bit crazed and have his logic circuits crisscrossed, this has been one of my favorite all-time Predacons. Been looking forward to this update for years, especially since I got the old one downstairs somewhere in stasis still. And this is him in his cardboard stasis here, and his thrusters / gun, and nothing else on the back of the box. Let's free him, like I said, from the stasis cardboard prison. And here's a look at the one and only accessory that's packed in the box there with blender butt there. And this looks really awesome. It serves mainly as the engine for his blender butt, but also doubles as his thruster. And I think there's already some third-party kits out. Looks like it's got a couple more peg holes there so that some other things can happen with it. Wish they'd steer clear of the clear plastic because it just scares me going forward, but it is painted really nice right there. Enough about this. Let's get it plugged into blender butt there. What are you doing, Inferno? Royalty! So now it's all makes sense in hindsight why it looked like he's having half a butt, because this thing really neatly folds up into his butt there, his ant butt, and then it unfurls just like so, and this little piece will swing around, causing the bottom to happen to where you can plug blender butt's butt back in there. Bingo. And then you got the old dynamic where the whole thing spins if you want to do so. So there's that, and it also can fold up around it. Give me just a moment, let me clean this up. And here is Inferno with his blender butt all together and spread out just like it does in G1's vehicle or in the show. You can spin it just like this on the axis, and it has a little bit of other stuff. It doesn't have the same built-in feature, but it's nice that they did think about doing it like this. And storage wise, this is not going to be able to do it unless I've got it totally wrong. I've not watched any other reviews because I just wanted this to be surprised when I got a hold of this today myself. Very awesome that this is like this, and the paintwork is exceptional. Look at that beautiful paintwork there. I think his hands are a little small. I'm not too crazy about the way that they got the ant arm configured. Kind of eliminates that unless it tucks away and pegs in somewhere else. But there's both of those. Going right into the articulation here. His head is on a ball, can go all the way around. Has a light pipe and crystal, thankfully, and it'll probably look really good with a little bit of help there from Mother Nature. You can see it through the window there, just from where it's a bright day outside. So that's awesome. He's got an upper jaw where he can go, ah, ha, 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 for the royalty, ha, 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 ha. You will burn, Maximals, you will burn. Gosh, that's so cool, man. Absolutely love this figure. Going down his arm here, depending on where you got the kibble at, you can get that all the way around if you desire there. He's got an upper bicep swivel. He's got over double right there with his arms, probably for the transformation there. And that wrist swivel I was telling you about earlier is attached to one of the ant legs. So he's got some waist right there, and it can be hindered by the kibble depending on how you have the kibble there. But I mean, he's got his waist swivel so you can get some more dynamic posing. He can kick up that far, he can go back this far, and he's got that much in the knee. just the way it's built. And then the legs are totally molded onto this one, so that's kind of a cool thing. That's kind of throwing me, because on the other one, I do believe it had legs that came out, was attached to the foot there. But then with that being freed up, they did manage to get the ankle rockers in there. Just wow, nicely constructed. Transformation joint probably, instead of actual articulation, and a heel spur. That looks really tight. And that's where some of the ugly shows itself, is when you do get it to the back side. You got some waffling on the upper thighs there, and I'm not sure how that's going to work out yet, but we'll get it transformed here. This is all in first impressions wise. The paintwork is exceptional on this guy, looking really good. The head sculpt is beyond awesome. I just so glad to have this in hand right now, and those ant-eyes just look amazing. So with all that said and done, we'll get one more pose right here on the turntable. For one that is of a maximal spark and logic circuit scrambled, he looks like he's having too much fun being a bad guy, and looks absolutely amazing in his newly updated legacy form. Been waiting on this since Kingdom, and I guess good things come to those who wait, because this guy is absolutely stellar. So let's get him into beast mode. I do not rock and roll, I burn. And here is Inferno in his beast mode, looking kind of ridiculous, but this is the only place that you can store his Energon blender butt weapon of doom. Hoping that a third party will come along and get us a proper one that we can utilize and put that plugged in his robot mode. But other than that, he has even less articulation than what I expected. He's got some right here in his rear, and he can also articulate right there. This is kind of fixed, and this is kind of fixed, except for moving it in and out there on that pin there. Those eyes look awesome and excellent. We're going to take this thing off after showing you Turbo Rocket Ant. So there you go. You can just, and if you have arachnophobia or a fear of bugs, this guy's not going to help you, because he's pretty bugged out there. So let's take a closer look at those details there in this ant mode. And just this thing is still impressive. Update, like all that paint detailing and the detail in itself, giving it that look. This is where it kind of gets a little sightly and a little ugly. You got hollow bits there, but I mean, that's just the way that goes. And I thought this would clean up better whenever I first saw it, but I guess not. And that's what it looks like from the rear. And then this side, and again from the bottom. And you can see his chin up underneath his ant chin. And I simply love this. His antenna can be articulated however you need to, and so can these mandibles. I mean, you can get them all the way in like that, or go all the way out to there. And anyway, I really do love this figure, even with the beast mode's shortcomings, and it's or his fire ant mode there. So I just really do hope that we also get some Transmetal love and stuff. I mean, they redid him into a different one, renamed it Scavenger. And it's neat how the original designs went through a process of having a beast form, but then they added Transmetal, and then they also did Transmetal for the ones that didn't go Transmetal in the show, and he didn't go Transmetal. He was just this guy. All right, so let me get it back into bot mode and some final thoughts. Thanks again for watching. Final thoughts on Inferno. This is a very awesome piece to be added to the collection of an already outstanding cast of Beast Wars figures, from the Kingdom line to the new stuff. And just wish this could have been a little bit better here on the back side there, but it's still a really awesome piece. I like that they did at least try to incorporate two pieces of it originally there to give him that look, and this does look accurate to a degree, but I am like over the clear plastic stuff that goes on there. But I think he's a very nicely painted, nicely detailed, excellent update to a beloved fan favorite, and just so glad to have him on the turntable tonight. I want to say thank you to those at Hasbro Pulse for sending it out so quickly. I really do highly recommend this if you're a fan of Beast Wars Inferno from the Beast Wars. This is right down your alley, and until we get a masterpiece version, this will suffice nicely. I'm going to do in a separate video, get him there with the rest of the cast a little bit later, but that'll about do it for right now. Oh, and these are sploose compatible, so I just don't have the firepower out here. I got it downstairs, like I said, in stasis, and I'll bring it out at a later time and get it with the rest of the Predacons and get that season 1 cast hopefully in their own little review of sorts, having them all together now. I'm just hoping that it doesn't take that long to get the rest of the transmetals and transmetals 2s and fusers. That would be a nice thing to see come about, because these are absolutely crushed. I do love this, even with the little bug leg. The bug leg thing is a little buggy, and then could have been some more articulation for that amp mode, but that's okay. It looks fantabulous. Thanks again for watching my channel. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all down in the description below there. And I hope you guys are having an excellent week out there going into the weekend. Be safe. Thanks again for watching. Have a good weekend.